He's gonna shield, whatever, fine. You're hitting here, who gives a shit? Alright, this does a tiny bit of damage, since mostly just gets through your block. Oh boy. What a world. I mean, he can't hurt us either, so... And we are doing a fairly meaningful amount of damage now that they got a bunch of corruption on. Alright. Die, you foul beast. Cool. Well, there we go. What a world. Okay. Yeah, we want Reflector very badly. End of your turn, apply 1 corruption to a random target for each refresh. Nope, taking Reflector. You are getting Reflector, my dude. Boop. We'll do the Shopkeeper. Give me some relics that I will be happy to take. Rare skill also may be cool, but we definitely want relics. Alright, have a nice night, Glacier. Always a pleasure having you here. We're taking the piggy bank, I think, though I do really want the rerolls as well. But I think just getting more gold is useful at the moment. Alright, so, first off, what do you got? We probably want On Duty. Yeah, it's not, like, crazy applicable yet, but it is good. Sapping Blow is also pretty decent, probably. But we're not going to worry about it at the moment. Probably because I couldn't afford it even if I wanted to, so, you know, that's a thing. And we're going to put this on Shork. Because we gave him the Reflector. Yeah, you explode, so we're going to go with this one. I don't actually know what the Crystalline Bob does. Okay, he puts up a bunch of block on his dudes, which is maybe not ideal, but fine. That's a lot of block. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're going to struggle. It's not quite as bad, because they go in order left to right, so he does end up taking some damage before he blocks. It's a little weird that that's the case. Okay. So I could kill there, but what I think we're going to do is we're just going to block and then set up corruption on you, since you are the one who's going to be at highest health. Okay, and this turn, we have enough that we can just blow you up, and then still block enough. And then your guys' block falls off, and thus, the murder spree truly begins. Okay, and then he's dead. And then you're also dead, and even if we didn't kill you that way, you would die to the Reflector. It's working, albeit slowly and painfully. So here's dealt unblocked damage, apply corruption to the attacker. Okay, and so as long as it levels up, it gets rid of the unblocked part, which makes it a lot more appealing. Not sure what the deal with Foam Shield was. I assume that it wasn't working because we were getting the refresh from a passive, or it's just broken entirely. But I'm going to take Foam Shield and see if we can get it to work, since I am very often using Defend, which does refresh. So hopefully that works correctly. I don't remember what this guy does. I do know that he looks intimidating. You don't have any passives, so fair enough. Yeah, so like it worked just fine with the Corrupt. So I am going to assume that it just wasn't working with us getting the refresh from the passive. And I appreciate that the Reflector works per hit. Okay. Oh, and it didn't trigger another time because that didn't refresh. Gotcha. So I do still need to block here. That's fine. Not a big deal. We're working on it. Slow though it may be. I mean, the one nice thing is that as long as I can... As long as I can get this to stabilize, like, we'll have a very safe and consistent build, even if it is kind of slow going. Okay, and Taunt does work the way that I assumed it would, where it redirects it, even if they are attacking somebody else this turn. Which is great, because if it didn't work that way, it would be a lot worse. Shork is on fire, or, water. Good talk, Shork. Alright, look at us go. Crushing that elite. Bonafide Thorns build. When any skill is refreshed, this hero gains 5 block. Yes, that's good. Yeah. But yes, we are doing essentially Thorn spells. And again, this is one of the things that like I was excited for with this game, is the idea that I can be making very different sorts of builds depending on my combination of characters. And so I'm glad that we're doing this. This is part of why I am so insistent that I want to be unlocking more characters, so I'm not just using Koa every goddamn run. Especially because I would like to get to the characters that are more specialized. But whatever. Anyways, here we are. Start of each turn, apply weak to one random target without weak. That's not bad. I would go so far as to say it's pretty solid. So what's the upgrade on this anyways? Apply 1 weak to 2 random targets, 3 random targets. Yeah, no surprise. First crit each turn adds block to all heroes. Not really applicable. Hot Spring Geyser is not bad for me, because I am using a bunch of refreshes. Are you calling Koa the Ironclad? As in reference to the Slay the Spire character? I mean, kind of. Like, Koa's fine. I'm enjoying his crit-focused build. And his, like, multi-hit skills work very nicely with a lot of the other characters. So yeah, I mean, like, certainly not the most exciting thing. I think we're taking Hot Spring Geyser here, even though I'm a bit tight on skill slots. But I think we're still doing that. I don't super feel like this needs to have the 2-turn cooldown on it, but fine. So I think we want that. And then that goes on you. And then I guess we put that instead of the critical strike for now. It's fine. I do kind of want the shopkeep, but we're just going to do the masher. Although let's visit the shop first. The higher ranks of revenge are kind of interesting, but and protective strike may be better in the long run once we start building up corruption. I don't think we care too much about it. I would like that passive that gives us corruption every turn, because that would be working nicely. I mean, there's a number of things I would appreciate, but... Alright, so what is your deal? Because I don't think I fought you. Each time it is dealt damage, it gains rage. Okay. Not the worst fight for us, maybe not the best. Especially because you also give just rage to yourself to begin with. Great. Okay, we're gonna wait on the shield slam, I guess. And we'll see how this goes. And you're hitting for 30. Okay. Oh, and you consume all rage. Okay, that makes you a lot less concerning. So if I hit you, you'll gain another 5 rage, and so these will each be doing 11. So we should still be good. Alright, we'll see how the ordering of events is, because this might actually go very poorly for us, since we have the reflector. So if he gains rage mid-ability... Yeah, which he didn't, which is totally fine. But if he had, would have been real bad. Because each of those attacks would have gotten stronger and would have hurt us real bad. But that was not the case. Also need to keep in mind he has the weak on as well. So he's not that scary. Okay. Alright, well, we are blocking enough. We're not going to get too fancy here because I don't want to bring him into a range where he starts doing real damage to me. And we'll just explode him because, you know, it crit and it does a bunch of damage. There we go. Ta-da! Again, not a particularly fast fight, but it is super safe. Twisting Tides is appealing, though it is more expensive. After 30 hits in battle, all heroes gain rage. Not really applicable I'm going to take Twisting Tides. Don't know if we're actually going to use it right now. It is potentially quite good, though. I think we put it here for now. It's just so expensive, energy-wise. Like, it works... In theory, it should work nicely in a longer battle. I'm going to make the shop refresh 20. It does technically mean that it has a higher minimum now than it used to be, but just the fact that we can re-roll essentially infinitely is definitely worth it. Yeah, I'll buy a secret menu right here. I probably want Tentacle Slam. Barrier is also not bad for us. Just because we generate block sort of automatically with a foam shield. Yeah, Tentacle Slam is what I was evaluating. Yeah, we probably want Tentacle Slam. $30 block to all heroes is not bad, but... Deal damage equal to 3 times block to target enemy. Maybe? I'm surprised you didn't exit and re-enter the shop. I don't know what you mean by that. No. Don't want the lasting wounds. I do want another foam shield for sure. Oh yeah, you are correct. The relic was 4 things in the shop. I totally spaced out that that was not taking effect, even though I just bought it. I was expecting it to take effect as soon as I did that, and yeah, I did refresh what I had, so whatever, that's fine. I didn't really need what was on offer there. Okay. $10 block to a hero, gains +5 each cast. If I didn't need the refresh from the defend, this would be appealing. But currently, I want the refresh to fuel Foam Shield. And the Hot Spring Geyser. Could also swap off the Hot Spring Geyser. It might be, like... I'm considering taking this for this boss battle. You can upgrade Corrupt. I know I can. I was debating whether I wanted to. Because it goes to more refreshes is the only change, which is still good. But I might swap it out in the future. I think at the moment we probably just want to upgrade it. Still kind of want Revenge, but I just don't have enough spots. And like, I would much rather like fish for Reflector, especially because it hitting 2 or 3 times increases our damage output tremendously, since each of those hits is amplified by the corruption. which is a huge increase in power. I will take another Foam Shield. And I did take Tentacle Slam, so we'll take another of those. The Shield Slam is technically a thing as well, but I don't care too much right now. That's sell for 40. And 40... I don't really want to get rid of the Twisting Tides. I did kind of want to get this upgraded, but it's not a big deal. Okay. There we go. That's good enough. I think we'll be able to beat Leviathan. It might be a little awkward, but I think we're fine. We've hit most of the things we needed. When a hero casts a skill, gains corruption, 10% chance to stun a random hero. I'm just so nervous of that. It's only 10%, but it's such a shit occurrence. So we'll just take this. Yeah, I don't love the 5 corruption. And it does make some enemies dramatically more painful, as we've seen. But I think it's still the best of those options. Also, I don't know if this is the act where we can fight Toradon. I kind of assume it is, in which case I'm annoyed that we keep fighting Leviathan instead of seeing the other boss they would need for Aquanaut, or whatever his name is. Okay. So you're doing 7 damage, and this is 5 on refresh, so let's just not let you take damage, I guess. That's fine, we'll do some damage to you. Yep, that at least hits for a fair bit. And then they're hitting you twice, which is not bad for us. Actually didn't need to use the defend. I could have just used the corrupt twice, but that's fine. It is what it is. Either way, we're, you know, building up maximum energy, which is not a terrible thing. Okay, so we're already blocking enough now. Yeah, here we are, whatever. And then that's not quite dead, but, you know, it's close. Alright, so that's that one taken care of. And we'll kill that one too. Even though we could have also just let it attack into short, which probably would have been the better plan. Because now this is on cooldown. Whatever, that's fine. This may look familiar. I don't really need to do this, but there we go. Okay. Plenty of armor across the team. He gets hit back for 41. Feels pretty decent. He's just blocking. It always throws me off that it shows their blocking intent up here, and if they're attacking us, it's in a totally different spot. What's the buff that's the helmet icon? If you're talking about the one that was on Shork, that is guard. It's essentially taunt. So whenever he's doing a single target skill, he has to be targeting Shork while he's got that on. I did forget that you're going to eventually heal off the corruption that's on you, which is not ideal. But I don't really have an option to avoid that, so this might be a slow, miserable fight. It still does work in our favor, to at least some degree. Yeah, and he healed a whole ton off of that, which I probably should have done a little differently. Oh well, here we are. Oh well, here we are. Also, I apparently still had more energy, so I could have made the Shield Slam do a little bit more damage. Oh well, fine. Yep, and then he doesn't even get counterattacked. Just stunned us. We just have to sit through it like a chump. Well, it's gonna be a long battle. I mean, we don't need to do any more than that. It's good enough. That, at least, was impressive. I think we're just going to avoid adding corruption onto him. Because once he's got the block on, he'll heal it. That face with thorns is actually good instead of shit. I mean, there are definitely enemies that are going to punish us for this sort of thing. But yes, it is pleasing. Oh, and I forgot. We actually don't want to do that. We want to do this to taunt, because we really want Short to be the one doing the damage. Or getting hit, I suppose. But yes, it does please me that I can make a build like this. Even if it is a little miserably slow to actually accomplish things. Probably just takes a long time for the animations to occur as well. But that's fine. Looks like he doesn't heal if his armor goes away at the end of the turn. His armor isn't going away at the end of the turn, because he doesn't... It doesn't expire at the start of the owner's turn. What happened is that I got it down to 10.